Nigga Delvin, dog. It's your nigga Delvin, man. And I'm just telling you this shit so goddamn real, man. It's your nigga Delvin's room. And tonight, I haven't, oh shit, I did. Let me figure that shit. I hadn't done a live in a little minute. Keeping it all the way gangster with y'all. I haven't done a live in a little minute. But I figured it's the perfect time to do a live tonight, man. It's only been a few days. Let me not act like it's been a whole goddamn long ass time I ain't do a live. Excuse me. It's just, you know, sometimes when one platform working, one platform going low, shit, a nigga just gotta roll with the punches. You feel me? But nonetheless, bro, I wanted to come to y'all tonight. Two topics. I might bust a freestyle tonight. Who knows, dog? I love freestyling. But I think I'm gonna stay to the topics tonight, man. Um, so if you've been keeping up with this hip hop shit, the greatest show on earth being NBA YoungBoy, right? Let's just keep it real. What he's doing is extremely fascinating, extremely unorthodox, extremely particular, and very respectful. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with NBA YoungBoy is wow. His tour has been a huge success, and it's drawing a lot of controversy, right? One controversy that I wanted to talk about tonight is, should or will hip hop return back to regional sounds? Did you hear what I just said? Will hip hop return to regional and traditional sounds of their city, bro? The reason I bring this up is because hip hop artist Plies spoke on this shit. He said he was talking about the recent success of the NBA YoungBoy tour, right? And a lot of people are looking at this NBA YoungBoy tour and they're like, damn, dog, it's a lot of shit going right with this tour. So Plies went out and jumped out his neck and said NBA YoungBoy, one of the main reasons NBA YoungBoy is winning is because NBA YoungBoy sounds like his city. That's what Plies said. Let me let y'all see it right here. Plies says the reason that NBA YoungBoy tour is so successful is because he actually sounds like the city he's from. So that leads me to put the question out there to everybody is, should hip hop go back to regional sounds, bro? It's a different day in hip hop right now where a lot of artists are sounding very different from the cities they come from, right? And personally, I believe this starts with Drake. It starts with Drake. And I like some of Drake content. I have enjoyed great Drake music over the years. But I do believe that hip hop started to change from regional sounds once Drake got in the game. When Drake got in the game, Drake is a dude from Canada. So that kind of fucked him up because he was sounding like whoever he's around. Drake signed to a label that's from the South. Fucking Louisiana. Cash Money. But he's from Canada. The closest influence they have is the East Coast. New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey. So Drake had an East Coast flow, but he was signed to a South label and he was from Canada. That shit made that shit very unorthodox what he was doing, right? So when Drake first came out, he was sounding like a bit of pieces from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He was making some down south shit. He was making some R&B shit. He was making some New York shit. He was making some Cali shit. He was making some everywhere shit. You know what I'm saying? And I personally believe that fucked up the sounds of regional hip hop because of how successful he was. A lot of people wanted to replicate that, right? But not knowing his lived experience is so different from yours that you shouldn't follow this because it's unsustainable, right? And I think we learned that, bro. I think we learned that with that, and I like that Plies is pointing out that the one of the reasons that NBA YoungBoy is such a success right now is because he's taking back regional hip hop. NBA YoungBoy is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He sounds like he's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You see the difference? A lot of these rappers, you have niggas that'll be from New York and they sound like they from Atlanta. You have niggas from Miami, they sound like they niggas from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So you have a lot of this mixing of the culture, you feel me? And that's not good. That's not how hip hop was built. So I like this question that Plies has presented to people like, bruh, no, hip hop is a very regional thing. Hip hop, okay, them niggas in New York doing your thing. Even if you go back to New York, the very beginning of New York was very regional. New York, niggas from Queens sounded different from niggas from Brooklyn. Niggas from Brooklyn sounded different from niggas from Harlem. Niggas from Harlem sounded different from niggas from Harlem. You feel me? So it was so much difference going on that it's not just a one city thing. It's not just a one block thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how hip hop grows. But unfortunately, with the last, I would say, 3 years, 2 or 3 years, hip hop has changed. Hip hop has become more of a, I'm gonna just rap like whatever's popular, and that's not good. That's not good for hip hop, dog. Matter of fact, that's horrible for hip hop because hip hop needs to expand and keep uh looking for different voices. You know what I'm saying? And if you put hip hop in a box of, well, I'm gonna just do whatever the popular thing is, I'm gonna just rap like that. That's not good. That's actually regressing hip hop. That's actually making hip hop less than what it really is. So I 1000% agree with Plies on this. Hip hop has to become, not even has to become, but goes back to a regional thing. Hip hop has always been regional, and it's not to say we separate. It's that lived experiences in different places create different sounds, create different moments, create different energy. Niggas from Florida, even though Georgia's right there, Georgia's gonna sound different from Florida. It is. Even though there's similarities, especially in the South, there's similarities because Southern music is always gonna come from blues and rhythm. They're always gonna come from pianos and organs. You know, Southern music is always gonna be relative. But when we talking about global hip hop, we have to go back to regional sounds because when you create in regional sounds, it can blow up where you at, and then it could draw energy from other cities, and that's what we're seeing with NBA YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy, he'll sell out a show in New York, but he sound like he from fucking Baton Rouge. That's how it goes. That's exactly how it goes. Yes, I'm from my city, but I can go sell out a city. I can go sell out a city in that city because people fuck with what I'm making. So hip hop definitely 1000% has to go back in a regional area, bro. Hip hop has always been a regional sport. You feel me? And a lot of people don't like to admit that hip hop is a sport. You feel me? Like it just is what it is. Niggas from this city create this type of sound, create this type of environment. You know what I'm saying? And through hip hop content, that's where you get that from. So I'm glad that Ply spoke on that. And we all see it with the NBA YoungBoy success. And I believe more artists will begin to make regional hip hop again, which is good for the culture. Metro Boomin album was very regional. It sounded like it was exactly from Atlanta. You feel me? And I just hope rappers don't become pussy to that. Like, no, nigga, go out there and make regional hip hop, and that shit will eventually work. Because when you stay true to the type of hip hop that's around you, it's rewarding. You feel me? It's rewarding, bro. It's, even if somebody is better from you, from your city, that does a different type of style, the fact that you stay to your origin, your city, that shit will always win every time, dog. So you gotta keep that shit. You have to keep that shit in mind, bro. You know, so shout out to NBA YoungBoy. Um, shout out to Rod Wave. Rod Wave is doing great things. Um, I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna post that video up. If I haven't already posted it, I definitely posted it to my story on TikTok. Um, I want to see a NBA YoungBoy Rod Wave album. That's a whole different discussion. I'm not finna get on that. I'm finna get on this last discussion before I get up out of here. And this is a very interesting one. I wanted to talk about this one with y'all tonight, man. Did Lil Baby stand too close to Lil Durk? Did Lil Baby stand close to Lil Durk? Now, this is a question that I have to ask. Did Lil Baby stand too close to Lil Durk? And why I ask this is because right now we are moving into the era of NBA YoungBoy, right? And Lil Durk, who was a very promising rapper from Chicago, his career is on major hope because he's in jail, and Lil Durk is not coming from jail anytime soon, brother. Just let's not sell any fake dreams, right? So what that means is that the people that stood by Lil Durk probably not gonna be standing by him no more. Um, it just is what it is. It's just the nature of the beast, right? But you have a very interesting perspective at this time because did Lil Baby stand too close to Lil Durk? Because Lil Baby made an album with Lil Durk, right? And NBA YoungBoy has been a known and publicized beef with Lil Durk, right? So that automatically cuts off Lil Baby and NBA YoungBoy ever working together. Nobody has ever even made that different. So them two working together is just damn near never gonna happen. Like NBA YoungBoy is this Lil Baby, right? Because he thought he was, what I'm saying, harmful to him, right? So now you have NBA YoungBoy, this raw wild talent that's ready to go, but it's holding back your video because NBA YoungBoy, what I'm saying, Lil Baby and Lil Durk might have been standing too close. And you have to think about that shit. Lil Baby has to think about that shit. Lil Baby was on fire, you feel me? And sometimes when you play that industry game of I'm gonna fuck with certain people over certain people, remember that person can always go down. And that's exactly what happened to, what I'm saying, to Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's still too close to Lil Durk to the point that it hurts his career. It makes him like not it damn it makes him irrelevant. Like right now, he's not in the discussion NBA YoungBoy. You know what I mean? He's not in the discussion of the hottest rapper in the game with Rod Wave and them type of niggas. So that's what Lil Baby supposed to be at. But once you side with certain niggas not gonna fuck with you no more. And that's just the principle of the matter of the fact. So it's very interesting. It's a very interesting dynamic. But we know for sure. One thing we know for sure. Niggas ain't finna fuck up the money. You feel me? That's just the true Birdman over there. Niggas ain't finna fuck up the money. But hopefully Lil Baby be able to drop some of the music that we care about. I know Lil Durk is in jail, but YB is having one of the hottest tours of all time. It's just crazy to witness how all these things played out. It's your nigga Delvin.